Welcome to this week's episode of Tell You What podcast with me, Talal Jomar, my co-host, Sean Aleavey, and we have a very special guest on today. A TikTok star, so to say. Famous for his catchphrase, up your man, up your dad, up fucking Armagh.
You're right.
Oh, just let me that clock keeps ticking like a metronome in my thoughts.
Paudie, welcome to the podcast. How's things? How you been keeping?
Not so bad. Bit nervous sitting in front of a computer, like years, like back.
Everyone thinks it's like a Teams call for work. It feels very, feels very COVID-y, so it does at times.
Clothes on at the top half and nothing on underneath. I'm in a pair of shorts, like.
So here, look, just a wee bit about yourself. How did the TikTok thing start, and was it something you always wanted to get in there, or was it by pure chance or accident, or what?
Pure chance. Hey, as I say, it used to be years ago. It used to be like I would take home drinks from work. So, I took home a Lucozade. I would mix it in with milk.
Oh, right.
I had a couple of videos, right, and they went like 500,000 views and everything. And so people thought I was drinking them, like, but I was pouring them down the sink, like. But they curdled and everything, and people loved that. That was one of the big ones that hit. I used to play Warzone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I used to play it, and lads used to love it because I was probably roaring and screaming. But it's not happened anymore because I can't roar and scream because there's a child in the house. So, you know.
Do you know that from one of your clips online, I still play Warzone there, and it's one of the highly quotable quotes we say every single night, and it's that smoke's gonna eat us, boys.
yeah, that's a throwback, that one.
That's
Verdansk
days. That's
early Verdansk. Like
Warzone sitting in Verdansk. That's glory days there. That's when humanity for boys like us peaked. Just sitting in COVID playing the Warzone, as I'm call it.
Warzone.
Unbelievable. Like, see, trying to get the time now to even get anyone on. Like, you nearly have to book a month in advance. Like,
I'm tempted to get a bot and see if I can get a new virus out in the world just so we can get that time back. Just to get all the boys back online. Get my own virus going. Put it back out there and goes, lads, we're back. Get the skins downloaded, the DLC packs going.
Because Verdansk's back next March.
Is it?
But is it?
Oh, the Verdansk's coming back. I'm taking a week off work. The two kids are getting sent out of the road. I'm gonna actually break up on my own and move back into a.
That's the Fabrizio Romano of the Call of Duty world. Here we go, Verdansk launch.
Yeah. I know. Like I play it every single night. Like,
still
loser every night. Never miss. Every night. Never miss.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but Talal, you look like someone that still plays Verdansk every night.
You know what it is? It's just me and about three or four other dads who don't get out anymore, and just all we do is just log on and just give off about how miserable we all are. You know.
Yeah, give out about your women and just all that in there. But there's the new thing on Call of Duty there. You can actually search for players. So you put in like they have to speak English, they have to have a microphone, and you get into the chat. And then like I was in the chat last week and it was with ones from England, and then they were like, "Where are you from?" Ireland. You've been kicked from the party. And I was like, you know, like,
I'd have understood it if you had said Cullyhanna. I'm Cullyhanna.
I would have said, get out.
I want to go back to the very start here. You mentioned on TikTok one of the first videos you did was the Lucozade with like the milk and stuff like that. What was the maddest contraption you'd mixed? Was that it? Was it like the Lucozade with the milk?
What are you thinking? Ones that I drink or ones that I didn't drink?
Well, ones that you drank.
I was also known for Cactus Jack. You know the green shot.
Yeah.
I would drink it with double KD, and still today I do. So 2 or 3 shots of Cactus Jack and then a bottle of double KD, and that's my drink when I go out. Like I don't drink pints when I go out.
That's mental.
You know,
holy fuck.
You know, people. I go up to the bar and order off the bar staff, and they're like, "This lad's looking 3 shots," so they line out the 3 shots, and I'm like, "No, I just throw them into the pint glass."
Yeah.
I hand them the shot glasses back, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what I drink."
That's what age you? That's like something 14-year-olds drink. That's insane.
I know, but like it's funny because you go into pubs. Like when I go into pubs around home and I drink that, there's old men in the pub. You know the old men that sit in the pub and drink Smithwick, and it's they're sitting there like, what in the name of God is that?
The first time I went drinking though was in fairness, I did do a similar thing. I got Cactus Jack and mixed it with a bottle of Coke because I only heard in my head of Jack and Coke. But I didn't realize it was Jack Daniels and Coke.
Oh God!
God bless the person in the office. And through that me shaking, doing my fake ID and all ban it. Them seeing who's the Jack and Coke going, you dickhead. But go have a good time.
I don't know what you're doing.
Where you go, lad?
That Blue Double Caddy and Cactus, that's Vitamin Rullia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Vitamin Rullia. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
That's what my old name used to be, Mr. Vitamin Rullia, because I was known. But I hate people calling me it now. You know, it's a nickname, and I'm just like, please just call me Paudie. Like. And like I was walking around in public, and there are people going, well, vitamin, and I'm like, go away.
It's part of me to know though, right? So obviously, like, see, whenever you do like content creation and stuff like that, you get a bit of backlash. It's fair enough. You might get the odd thing put into the WhatsApp group chat, but as a man from Cullyhanna, the deep roots of South Armagh, what the fuck did your lads group chat look like whenever you started posting online? You must have been getting dogs, were you?
I was getting abused, but the thought that I was like, I don't even know. It's funny. I just take it on the chin, as to say, and let them post away. And the way I see it is, when people share videos on TikTok and they share all my videos and laugh at them, they're doing me a favor.
Yeah,
it's not the way TikTok works. The more times the video is shared, so if it causes me to go out and walk into the wall and video it for somebody to get it shared, well, then it works, you know.
Yeah.
Very good. I know, because but that I'm not gonna lie. Just before that Armagh All-Ireland final, I was sick of hearing your voice, Paudie. I'm not gonna lie. Like as a Tyrone man,
it was a bit
everybody, but there was everybody in the country was at it.
Yeah.
Up your dad up Armagh. Like.
You know, like that was just one day I posted a video, but the video actually started on Warzone. I recorded it on Warzone, me shouting it. So the people that listen to that old sound will hear the Warzone noise in the background, people getting shot and stuff.
Probably thought it was recorded in South Armagh. No difference. The exact same thing.
Just 3 or 4 of you in the morning.
Yeah.
It would make a difference, to be fair. But
and then see when something like that pops, because I've never had like, it's such a unique thing on like social media for like that to go viral, like a sound, because everyone then obviously rips it and then puts it over their own stuff. Are you scrolling through TikTok and going, fuck me, I'm sick hearing myself? Or like
in the house, and you know, or even if I'm at my own home house, like my parents are scrolling through TikTok, and I'm like, Matt, will you please just go on to the next video? Like, you know, and she'd sit and she'd scroll, and I'm just like, please stop. It's worse than idiot. It's worse than people actually ask you to shout it.
Oh, really? You get that out in the street?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Oh,
I was at the All-Ireland final. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like,
you're bound to have used it, though. Do you know what I mean? There's definitely, like, to get tickets, you're like, I will say this until someone hands me a ticket.
Yeah, but we actually did a smart way of getting tickets, and I actually laughed at that. We had 2 tickets for the hurling final the week before, and we swapped them with a boy down in Waterford. So,
happy days.
I've seen that, yeah. But going back to see people like go on like watch your TikToks and like you hear noise all. It's because like we post like clips of this or like clips of doing stand up and stuff like that. There's 2 things that get me. First one is when someone sees something of mine, watch it for a second and scroll on. I'm like, hey, mate, get you backer and watch that. Give me a fucking view. That's absolute slay. But then secondly, when someone is watching, say it's my ma, and say I'm joking about something mental, and she's going, oh, what's this one about? And I'm going, that dude, get that off. You scroll away on there now. Don't be turning that on now.
I'm glad my ma uses no social media at all. Like, thank God. She still thinks I'm a wee perfect Muslim boy. He prays 5 times a day and all. You know, she doesn't know half of the stuff I get up to, like, but I So the TikTok thing, how many followers do you have? You have 30-odd thousand, is that right? 40,000, 50,000?
31,000. It's mellowed out at about 30,000. It's just, I don't lead a very, let's say, exciting life.
Because you have a subculture, though. You have a subculture of like, there's different like groups of people that follow things on TikTok. I think your algorithm is pushed towards the cultures of the world. That community is only so big. Like half of them think TikTok's gay, so they're not even on it yet. Do you know what I mean?
TikTok, what's that?
We just go Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. If you can find a way to get yourself on the Facebook Marketplace, holy shit, the views would absolutely bang off the side of that. Like,
if you could advertise in fucking Auto Tailor, you'd be flying.
That's the way it is. It is. You sort of have your target audience, and I always knew my target audience because I always looked at analytics and everything, so you always seen it. And funny enough, the most people that watched my videos were in Dublin.
Right.
So from 14 to 18-year-olds in Dublin, I was pretty much, their parents were probably like saying, "Get him off your phone." Like,
that's so dodgy, isn't it? That's a dodgy demographic right there. Like, your demographic's never who you want it to be. That's like the worst. So I remember looking at mine one time, and like for my stand-up clips, it was like 50-year-old Maz. They were like my demographic. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, that's all right. 50-year-old.
If I was single, I would have been loving that. That would have been absolutely class. But
what do you say to like to rant on with a 50-year-old woman? You don't know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be some 10-year-old watching it on their mom's phone. You know what I mean? It's like
here. You know what? That's actually that's bang on. Like that's exactly what that is. Like.
Right.
I'm gonna slide on to local news here because I've got a good local news story for us here with our special guest on. So we'll get into local news here. So our local news this week, starting off, and this seems only applicable with Armagh. Have you seen this? The fake Sam Maguire going around. People charging.
I knew this was going to come up.
Here, typical South Armagh. Fucking fake diesel, fake fucking Sam Maguire's, you name it, they will master it out there.
That is, see whoever thought of that. That is genius, right?
Yeah.
But usually when the Sam Maguire's going about, it's usually like a player brings it to a certain event.
There's one person is in charge of, from Armagh, is in charge of the Sam Maguire. So wherever the Sam Maguire goes, he has to follow it. So like, what is Michael coming in with the shade dripping off his shoes with the Sam Maguire? The primary school? Like, does that not ring red bells? It's just like, I don't understand how people even paid to go and see it because it was in the Carrick like a couple of weeks ago.
I know. I just think it's unbelievable. Have you seen any photographs of people who have been actually taking the fake one around?
I don't know who would be stupid enough to fall for it. I don't know.
Oh, there's plenty of stupid people out there. Let me tell you.
Why would you pay for it though? That's what I can't get my head. Why would you pay to get a photo beside the Sam Maguire? I'd also love that it had like a bootleg fake little name, like a rip-off brand. So it was like the Son McHugh or something. You're just going, what the fuck?
From which?
Yeah.
Because when the one in 2002, it was in Cullyhanna, but it was in a man's house in Cullyhanna. And I still have a photograph of me, like it was in a man's house in Cullyhanna, so everybody went to this man's house in the middle of a park, like they were queuing out the door. Again, it was cars painted and everything back in 2002. Like it's getting cars isn't new. It actually did happen back then. Like,
nah.
But I'd love to know who made it. Like, because obviously you go to someone with a plan, going, is it like there's probably some engineer cowboy out there somewhere in the shade. Just he's been working on this for months. What has it been, about a month and a half now since the All-Ireland final? He's just finally got it out into the scene.
He's probably just like goes, I'll just test it out here. I'll take it down to my local bar here. You know, he just say that. I'll just put it up in the bar and see how people react. And they're like, oh, it's a real thing.
Would you know the difference?
Probably not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Actually, it's that long.
as a throw man, I've seen the Sam Maguire quite a bit there, so I probably would know. He's Armagh boys there. Don't get to see it too often. So
I'm from County Down. I've never seen the Sam Maguire in my lifetime. I don't even know if it's called Sam Maguire. To be honest with you,
Armagh to get it.
You'd stand beside a Tommy Tippy cup, Sean. Sam Maguire.
I think with 2 handles on it. Go on the lad. Here, I fucking did stand beside a Tommy Tippy cup. That Tolchin cup. Fuck me.
There's nobody making a copy of that. Like, there's nobody.
You don't need a copy of that, though.
I'd rather a fucking jug of Dilute than that Tolchin cup. Right here, tell you what though, I did celebrate it though. Celebrate like we won the Sam Maguire. I don't care. Absolutely no shame.
Absolutely right.
The only glories we'll get. So I'm trying to think here and see like the PSNI have like put out statements being like, don't fall for this, which it's always the logistics behind these things that get me. Imagine you're the person in the PSNI and you're answering the phone. You're like, yeah, 999, what's your emergency? There's a fake Armagh Sam Maguire going around by, and we need to get to the bottom of this. We'll get our best detectives on it. Never mind the murder mysteries, anything else. We need to solve this case. Get them 2 lads that were suspended back in. They're on the case. This is the man.
For scammers probably will, comment on the things, book the Sam Maguire here, and we Patricia, 80 years of age, will go and book it for her son's birthday party, and then the next thing she's out 500 quid.
Yeah.
But if you're going to book it, you would contact Armagh GAA.
You just already know. You already know for a fact the boy that's doing it. I would love it because I was thinking must be someone in South Armagh, just some Indian boy scammers. Hello, would you like a picture with the Sam Maguire? And you're just going, fucking what? That'd be great. No problem.
That is unbelievable. It's just like, somebody in two like Facebook Marketplace there and just going, there's a new fucking twin cam. Oh, fuck, there's the Sam Maguire, mate. Book it in here. Fuck, it's mad. Our other local news story that I want to talk about, also kind of along the lines of money here. Have you seen the Talal down in Dublin? 336,000 on a bike shed. Do you see this? No.
So the Talal down in Dublin launched that they had like a new bike shed, and people obviously investigated, going, "Fuck, public information. Wonder how much that cost." The bike shed had 18 bike stands on it, and it cost €336,000.
Something dodgy there.
There's like another shed somewhere.
Yeah. where 333 grand is sitting.
Another shed in Paudie somewhere.
Yeah. But it literally just looks like a bus stop, and then just like these like metal poles. And like I will say this, it's a nice enough bike rack, but it's the fact that politicians have to come out now and be like, yeah, it was a bit too much. Maybe we were spent on that sort of thing. That sort of thing. You're going, like, what the fuck?
He's probably telling everybody with 2 Rolexes on. We overspent there. You know what I mean? But it's fucking politics here. You couldn't believe it. 336 grand for a bike rack. Don't know, we're in the wrong business. Mangangs are making bike racks. Singles like that.
No,
move to Dublin. Actually, that would probably do you about 2 months rent down there. dear hole, like.
So do you know the way, like, everyone that works down in Dublin? Well, I think anyway that are tradies, like, I know they're getting good money, but they all bullshit a little bit. Like, they all be like, instead of being like, right, we're getting €40 an hour, they're like, I'm getting €100 an hour, and they all like big it up as if it's fucking mad thing. The boy that built this is going, I swear to fuck, I'm getting 336,000 to build this bike shed, and we're all going, good man yourself. Good man yourself.
No problem.
Most men that's up there, some of them are paid per brick. Like I didn't know that. So people that's actually building that, he could have charged them probably £30 put one brick into the floor. Like, so that's probably where, like, there is a way around that probably. Like,
I'd be using the smallest bricks known to man if I was getting paid by the brick.
It's made out of Lego. You've got the children doing overtime with you. Nah, they're on this too, so they are.
They're my labourers. Please, Charlie, come on, bucket of cement.
We'll move on to our weekly rants here. So
This is my bit that I like.
Talal likes to take over. This is Talal's weekly rant. Something that's been annoying him. Trust me, there is a million. This could go on for hours. This part of the show, but one weekly rant. So tell us what is on your mind this week that's been pissing you off.
Right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that really annoys me, right? You see, when you haven't watched something or you haven't listened to a certain song or band, or you'd probably agree with me here, Sean, before. So, for example, novice, they're like, I've never seen the Titanic, never seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch it. I know how it ends. The movie's ruined for me. Do you know what I mean? And people be like, what do you mean you haven't watched it? No, I haven't watched it. What do you mean you haven't watched it? I'm telling you I haven't watched it. You're telling me, I'm telling you for the 10th time, I haven't watched it. I said, I don't want to watch it. Don't want to watch it. Do you know what I mean? And even for like Oasis, right? No, Oasis or Back Now, I'm not a fan. And people be in disbelief going, you don't like Oasis? No, I don't like Oasis. What do you mean you don't like Oasis? You don't like Wonderwall? I was like, well, I like some of their songs. Oh, but you said you're not a fan. I go, I'm not a fan. I might like 2 or 3 other songs. Do you know what I mean? Fucking leave me alone. Let me have my own opinions. Let me just not like Oasis. You know what I mean? Just fucking
it's also always like the stuff that's so fathomable. Like it's never like something like everyone loves. Like Oasis could probably be 50-50. The world sort of likes them or whatnot. They're fucking I have never watched the Titanic either, but when people just keep hammering that point, what? Fuck me. And you're just like, I'm not telling you that I wasn't born. Do you know what I mean? I've told you like something that can't physically happen. I'm telling you that I've not seen this movie. I'm 100 because it's, and then they always go on with more stuff. It's never just, so you haven't seen the Titanic. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? And they almost question like your existence of life.
And I'm like, have you seen have you seen every goal Terry Henry scored in the 04 Premier League season? No. What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't? What do you mean you haven't? You know what I mean? It's just like, so stuff like that. Just let people be. Let people like what they like. You know what I mean? Who cares? Just fucking let me be. Let me be. If I don't want to watch the Titanic, I'm not going to watch it. I'm just not going to watch it. I've never seen Braveheart. I've never seen The Lion King. There's a lot of stuff that people have seen that I haven't seen, and vice versa. I've seen a lot of stuff that people haven't seen for probably good reasons. But it's like, fuck off, leave me alone.
2 Girls, One Cup? You haven't seen 2 Girls, One Cup? What the fuck? Oh my god!
What do you mean? What do you mean you have a classic? A cultural.
I wouldn't watch the Titanic. Like, it doesn't interest me. Like,
no, it's because you know how it ends. It's like,
I feel like the Titanic could be a TikTok. 60 seconds, boat takes off, shit goes wrong, boat sinks. Done. 60 seconds, move on with the day.
Or like, when you have, like, my biggest fear, right, in the world, wasps, right? I fucking had to find them, right? Absolutely shit scared of them. And people be like, what do you mean you're scared of a wee wasp? But I'm like, I don't like them. It's a proper, genuine fear. And then for them to turn around and go, oh, I don't really like spiders. A thing that can't even bite you, a thing that can't even sting you, or a thing that you can just stand on. But a wasp can like sneak up in you and like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a true story. My sister's a like psychologist sort of thing, and so she does she can do stuff like, is it CBT therapy?
Cognitive behavioral therapist, yeah.
Not what I thought you were going to say there, but I mean, yeah.
That's a big word.
So she was like, because I was like, look, my fear of wasps are getting so bad, and I'm afraid to leave the house. So she's like, right, okay. So over like the course of like, this was a few summers ago, she's like, over the course, I will slowly like expose you to wasps, right? So there's an apple tree where she lives that a load of wasps around because I have apples and stuff. So every week I'd move like a yard closer to this tree and just stand there for like 5 minutes, right? So just having
the honest thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
Right? So eventually I get close to this tree, right? And my sister's like, just breathe. If one comes near you, don't move, just breathe. And I'm not joking. So I was standing there for about a minute and they were sort of flying around me a bit. And I mean, the sweat is running down my face, right? I'm actually nearly crying. I'm not scared. And she was like, if one comes near you, don't worry. They won't. Unless you like provoke it, it won't sting you. And I just seen this wasp coming from about 30 yards away. And it comes closer. And it gets right up to my nose, right? And I swore the wee bastard winked at me and just stung me right underneath the eye. I swear to God, the wee prick stung me right there. I was like, that's right. I go, you're shit at your job. I said, I'm gone. And ever since that day, like I won't put at this time of year. I won't put fuel in my car unless it's nighttime. I won't go to an ATM machine unless it's inside. I won't sit in the beer garden. Won't eat outside.
What?
Nothing like that. No,
Because of what?
yeah, petrified them.
You're joking me.
It's not even the fear of like getting. It's not even the fear of like getting stung because I've been stung so many times.
Yeah.
I just hate them. Like I can't even look at like a photograph of them. So see when I had people, I have a
Like
fear
a bad
of
axe. Just fucking can't stand the sight of it. Cut it out of photos and all.
Just fight them. Like I see myself, just
Oh, you see, I can't because anytime I do that, I end up getting stung. Like, where did I was stung? Like I stood in a hive when I was wee. When I was like 14, stung loads of times. Had to get shot back to life like a proper minced. Like they absolutely destroyed me. But like, I remember going to football one Sunday morning, took the socks off the line, put my sock on. There was a wasp in the sock, stung me in between the toes. I got stung. I fell asleep on the sofa 1 year's way. You just fall asleep. Toes next thing, what the fuck? Wasp landed on my arm, stung me. I get stung every year.
I think once you stand on their nest, on their home and racket, that is you cursed for life. Do you know what I mean? You provoked them at a young age here.
I did get talking to like this wasp expert. Because I was like, why?
There's not a wasp expert. That's not a thing.
It is a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah.
Right? Well, he does bees, but he's like wasps as well.
And he sold me a bike shed for 10 grand. Yeah, I know him, man. So
and hey, for 50 quid, he can bring a Sam McGuire to your house. Right. So I get talking to this wasp guy, right? And he was like, obviously, if you're scared of them, you give off this like pheromone, right, or whatever it's called, and they sense that. But he goes, they can also sense that you're not. It's a different kind of blood. And he goes, don't take this the wrong way. He goes, see, because you're overweight. He goes, like, your blood would be sugary. And they love sugar. And I was like, what? So wasps are after me because I'm fat. And he's like, and also because your blood is a wee bit foreign. I goes, what? So they like a wee bit of spice too. You know what I mean? I'm walking around going, and he's like, he goes, that's why. And he goes, like, do you get bit by like horseflies a lot? And I went, yeah. He goes, that's exactly why. And I was like, well, so you're telling me every insect in Ireland's fucking racist? Nah, not bad. I'm not bad. That is, nah, you know what I mean? But it's true. That's what he said.
So there's absolutely no fucking way. One that there's a wasp expert. That's the biggest response I've ever heard.
To be fair, he was telling me and he was about 6 pounds deep. So but here he convinced me.
It wasn't even like you booked him or nothing. You were talking to him in the public.
Yeah. So here, expert. You know what I mean?
Like, 3 points in, and I could talk whatever. Like,
yeah. I mean, because he had seen me running in from like the smoking area. He had seen me running in, and I was like, "He's like, what's wrong with you?" I was like, "Oh, I got attacked by a wasp." I was like, "I am shit scared of them. Like, they're my biggest fear in the whole world. It and open water."
Which is ironic because open water, there's no wasps.
No wasps.
That's the worst combination ever. Like, that's your only safe place.
No wasps. I'm sure I put a car in the hedge years ago. I was pulling out of a junction and a wasp flew into the car. I just out the door. The car rolled into the hedge.
In fairness, I've been in the car one time with Talal and a wasp flew in, and I've never seen. You want to see a man move quick? If this was an Olympic sport, he was taking home gold, getting out of the car. Holy fuck! I didn't know you could move that quick.
It was a bumblebee too. That was the best of it. It was a bumblebee, Sean. I forgot about that. And that was after we had knocked our side of each other too.
It was fucking like a butterfly sting, like a fucking just like out of the car.
That's nearly in Sean's knee. I swear to God. Anyway, that's my rant done. Fuck.
I actually think, do you know what? A lot of these rants I don't agree on, but to go back to the original point, 100% agree. People going, what do you mean? What do you mean? Just, do you know what I mean? It's fair enough game.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of movies and TV shows you haven't watched on that most people would have watched. You're not a big like TV guy.
IMDb, the top 100 movies ever. I've watched. I think last time I counted 6. And like that includes all Godfathers, all fucking Scarface, all them. They're like 2 classics.
Yeah.
Nah, never seen them. Like,
I can't sit and watch a movie. I cannot sit and watch a movie. Like, I always fall asleep.
I'm brutal for it now. I did the math the other day. So like an average movie is what, 90 minutes or something like that, or longer now, like fucking 2 hours. Would you rather sit and this is just how life has gone now for me? Would you rather sit and watch 90 minutes worth of movie or 91-minute TikToks? Give me the TikToks every day.
TikTok, yeah. We have TikTok time. Like me and my woman have TikTok time every evening. Like
seriously, yeah.
We sit in the sitting room, don't speak to each other, and just scroll through TikTok.
What's your algorithm like? What's coming up for you? Like, what's your like favorite like creators on there?
I'd actually have to go on to TikTok and actually open up my phone and look. I don't know,
because I get shite, right? I find myself at TikTok though because it's so addictive. Like, to your girl Aleavey, she'll be doing like a get ready with me with the kids, and I'm sitting watching like a minute of being like, "What the fuck am I doing? This is why am I still watching this?"
She pops out my phone all the time, and I actually do watch a video. That's how me and my woman met, through Aleavey. Like,
really?
Yeah.
You bonded over.
We actually, I know I'm taking away from Talal here, but the time that Armagh, up your Armagh last year, or not last year, a couple of years ago, they were big Galway. She used that sound, and then my woman added me on TikTok from that, and then I just basically added her on every other social media kind and slipped into her DMs. And that's it.
Good mom.
That's yeah. What a way to meet somebody. Jesus Christ.
She just followed me, and then I literally followed her on Instagram, added her on Facebook, and then Bob's your uncle, me, Shanti. We're here now.
I love the difference there. You're like, and you once had her on Facebook, that was it. Dead on.
Oh yeah.
Once we were on the Facebook connected together.
You're running the conversation on Facebook Messenger, Snapchat, Instagram. 3 conversations you're in there. Like,
that melts me. See the 3 conversations at the same time. And here's the thing, right? I say this is controversial. The only reason I think guys hold on to Snapchat and message on Snapchat is in the hope that they get a nude. That's the only reason you're keeping that going. That's because you're not getting that on Messenger. That's not coming through Messenger.
Facebook Messenger. No.
If she's sending the nudes and you're sending the nudes on Messenger, you're a hellion, like you're dirty here.
That's the way I see it now. Like a man my age, like asking for nudes, just go and meet her. Like, why? Like, just
what do you mean? Go and meet her and go, hey,
send me your boobs. No, I'll go and meet you. Get your boobs out. Be like, why would you say to them like, send me a photograph? No, I'll come to your house, just open the window and just go, woo!
You're like, I'll come to the house and take a photograph if I want to see them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. See, I missed all that. So I whenever I met my woman, it was text messages only. There was no like, no WhatsApp, no nothing. You know what I mean?
You were running the shop for phone credit, like.
I was landing a quid from O2. That's what I was doing.
That's a throwback. That is class.
That's fact. Like, that's me going. I'm just on the maybe thinking I'm in there going, I'm out of credit here. Shop's closed. O2. What do you like for strap? Like you're down bad when you're going to O2 for the fucking the land of a quid, like. But
I tell you how down bad I was. I tell you how, because obviously like do like credit limits and stuff like that. I remember I phoned O2 land of a quid, and I was in that much debt with them that they're just like, nah, we're not giving you the quid. I got turned down. I was like, what the fuck?
When the fun stops, stop shot. You know what I mean?
I
always think that's the worst advertisement ever for like gambling. Do like when the fun stops. Like if you have to put like that, or like the drink aware one sort of thing. If you have to put a warning for how much fun something could be at the end of it to tell you stop, fuck me, that is the best advertisement ever. Like, here, when the gambling gets too fun, you got to stop there. So you do. Paudie, we're going to go on. Have you prepared a rant for us this week? You prepared it? I'll give you a note.
I have a piece of paper here, but then Talal has sort of tucked away from the limelight there. Some of the stuff that I have sort of like wrote down here, Talal has sort of tucked them and sort of.
Sorry about that.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! What did you have on there? Was it the exact same thing?
Well, we had. I was on a bit of Oasis.
Yeah.
Midgets. You know the midget flies. So
thank fuck you said flies. Oh my god.
Right? So we're in the process here of taking trees down at this house. So there's a load of them evergreen trees up at the house, and there should be 20 of them, and we're taking them down. But you can only do them at a certain time of the day because there's something about Tyrone. The midgies in Tyrone just want to eat you.
Oh, aye. Oh,
Right.
aye.
There's not like in Armagh, there's no such thing. Like in Cullyhanna, there's no midgies. They don't come out. Whereas up here, they're literally fighting you in groups of 100. They're a wee waste of a thing that only live for like 24 hours. They can hurt.
Oh, aye.
Oh,
The
aye,
bee
definitely.
boys.
You know, I actually had to quit last night what I was doing because they annoyed me that much. And I was actually effing and blinding up here. Like anyone that would have been watching me from a distance would have been like, what is wrong with him? Me there swinging them, you know.
You can't even see them really unless
No,
you're up close.
they're hitting me and I'm like this here. And that there just drove me mad. Like, and it is up here. That's why I put a video up on TikTok last night to find out what to do. Like, but some people say you put a load of like lavender oil and all on you.
Let me tell you something. I went through all this potting. I went through, and now people are like, spray this on you and fucking stick 2 grapes up your hole on a wasp and not come near and flies not come. It doesn't work. There's the stuff I've done to myself, potty, to keep insects away from me. I've done it all. Doesn't work.
Must try that grape thing sometime.
Shut up. If you want to give me a shout.
I was going to say there.
Plays just for exactly.
There's
I was going to say there. I've the number for someone there that can help you with your midget problem, but yeah, different kind of midget altogether. So no use to it. No use really.
More than we're getting rid of them.
He said apparently drop kicking is the best solution for them, but again, not flies related.
Yeah, I was borderline drop kicking them last night.
See, I live close to Loch Ness, so the midgies there are in like my sister lives close to where I live, and her house is right beside the loch. And like at this time of year, she I'd say from about now to the morning, she can't have a light on in the house, like.
No,
because they'll just. I mean, like you couldn't see out her window for flies.
What?
Oh, why?
Fucking hell!
You see,
I'm in the big city now, so I don't realize these problems.
They're attracted to light, and they're attracted to something else. Talal's just done froze here.
Either Talal's been attacked by midgets.
he just sitting here like this.
He's just absolutely traumatized by the whole situation.
There must be a fly in the room, but he knocked the computer and all over.
Are you back, Talal?
That's me back, yeah. There's a wasp there in the room there. But there's you can actually see swarms of them, like big black clouds, swarms of these fuckers just flying around. Like, it's mad.
4 hours, like.
Oh, no, here, but the fucking damage they do in 24 hours is insane.
I think it was that when we were cutting away them trees, they were saying, like, you stand on the beehive, they were saying, this cunt's here, he's taken away from our house here. The same with me, like, if someone's going to come in here and start chopping away, I'd go out and kick the fuck out of them, like.
Wait, I need to ask the obvious question here. Where the fuck he's living in Tyrone? There's nothing that I've heard good about it. You bought a house or what? Like, no one has sold me anything good about Tyrone here. Convince me what the hell the reason is to go for there. Apart from going to the country, that part of the country.
No, there's nothing good about Tyrone.
That's what all the see around home. They would tell you to go and find a woman in Tyrone. That's why a lot of people around home go to the Moy on nights out. It's not
nice, good spot.
That's where they go, and like that's what they say. A boy actually told me a couple of years. He says, "Go to Tyrone and get yourself a woman," and I did.
And now you've not problems.
Problems.
I wonder are the wasps in Armagh any nicer? You know what I mean? I'd moved anywhere.
Well, only place in Armagh are actually stupid because you can actually just go and slap them. Like.
Nah, the wasp and Tyrone are fucking crafty boys. Like, you know what I mean? They're crafty.
That's one thing you would say if somebody says, "What's Tyrone like?" Midgies are a fucking torture.
that's it.
Put that on the tourism board. Visit Tyrone. The midgies are a bastard.
Only come to Tyrone in the month of December. Don't come any other time. Yeah, but it's because the weather's so good for them because they like that sort of warm and damp.
But it's not. They aren't a problem up at home. Like it is something to Tyrone. Anywhere you go in Tyrone, you go into Armagh, go to Dungannon, they're there. We go to hurling matches like, and we're standing at the hurling pitch, and you nearly have to leave the hurling pitch because it's that bad.
There's a football pitch club called Darlahan, and their pitch literally, as it ends, is the start of Black Day, and it was a game a few years ago, and I heard somebody just shared the thing on like Facebook, and had said, "What were the flies like around the Black Shore?" They goes, the flies were that bad that they picked up a wee lad and flew him around the pitch. There's not many of them, like there is so many of the flies, like that's mad. They've actually called games off before because of the flies, like because the players, you literally can't. You're running and your mouth's just full of flies, like it is.
Sean's living in paradise here. Like he is sitting here, he's like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like,
he's living in the big smoke up in Belfast here, being like,
he's a big city slicker.
That's it. I moved from the second best city in the country, Newry, to the best of the best, Belfast. And you know what? Paying dividends. I get fucking, if I go on holidays, though, I don't know about there, but like on holidays, I get eaten alive. And like my missus doesn't, you don't hear them or anything, but you wake up the next morning, you have all the bites all over you and shit like that.
Yeah.
She's lying there, she's like, fuck's sake, got a wee bite my elbow, and I am like fucking covered in them. Like it is the worst in the world. Like,
but that's because you go to places like Cambodia and Vietnam and stuff like that. Like surely it's
that's not really a holiday, is it?
What is that? If you're doing it right, it's a holiday. If you're doing it right, it's a fucking holiday. It's a holiday.
I don't know.
Palestine.
Have to take a spin down sometime.
Going to Palestine here for the crack, just.
Palestine, some spot. So it is.
Tal's favorite thing to do now in stand up is to just get on stage and go, fuck the Jews. That's like his view. That's his view. Anywhere that's pro Palestine, he's like, what about them Jews, huh? It's like
West Belfast, get me down. That's the first thing it's called. What about them Jews, bastards?
You said something about Jews, actually. I was in Daly's one night. You were in Daly's there not so long ago. I don't think you actually knew that I was in Daly's that night.
I did because I was sort of, you were at the very front row. He goes, fuck, do I know that fella from? And then I went, that's who that is. And then I told the MC, he was like, that fella's big and TikTok there. So I think who mentioned it to you? Was it the MC or was it Adam Byrne?
Connor. It was Connor.
No, so
would you ever
good
think
night down there.
Stand up yourself, Paudie? Something crossed your mind?
No, I developed like a very bad stutter. I don't know what it is, but I could be thinking about something. Like the other day, I was trying to find the word gate in my head, and I had a photograph of a gate, and I couldn't get it out. And I was like, what do you call them things? I don't know what it is. It's only recently, like, and you imagine on the stage, like. But now, in fairness, see, whenever I was that night that you were in thing, the night that he did mention that to me, the crowd was in fits laughing. Now, I don't know if they were laughing at me or laughing at the whole situation, but the fact that I was being witty and shouting back.
You weren't.
I've been shows and I've seen people like they've ripped into people and the people just standing there, and I'm just, no, I'll go after it.
But the only thing is, you weren't like shouting up unless you were being spoken to.
Yeah.
A good thing is to have worse. As when you're doing fucking a set and some fella just keeps chirping on, you go, fucking right, all right, lad, wise up. You know what I mean? But Sean would MC a right bit there, like Sean Paudie would be ideal there for picking up the crowd because he likes to give you something. He'd give you something like where somebody just like, what do you do for work? Job.
I've had people before you do crowd work. I try and genuinely be nice and just get to know people and make them feel comfortable and stuff. I'm like, what do you do for work? And I had one boy one time, I just went, no, there's no way. No. I was like, what's wrong? He goes, no, this is a setup. This is the setup. And I goes, I just want to know what you do for work. And he was like, who put you up to this? Did he put you up to it? And his mate sitting there going, what the fuck? Like he started having a mental breakdown. I was like, do you think Anton Deck have an earpiece on me here and we're going to fucking Saturday Night Live? What do you think's going on? And he just wouldn't speak. I goes, what are you doing? He just literally sat there mute, wouldn't speak. And then there's another time there last night we were doing Madden's RW Comedy Club, and there's these right, this episode sounds like a start of a joke. There was these two young lesbians, right? They were like 19 and 20, and they had their two grannies with them. out on a night, right? So these two 19-year-old lesbians and these like 7-year-old grannies, and they're from Ballymena. And anytime someone mentioned anything to do with Ballymena, the grannies would just go, "What you saying about Ballymena, young man?" Just from nowhere, out of nowhere, and you're just going, "What?" So they kept chirping at like the wrong times, and they'd only like shout in. But Kieran Franco was on, and one of them had like that reddish hair, and she chirped in, and he just goes, "Would you shut the fuck up?" She kept going. She kept going. He goes, "Here, by the way, I love you on Loose Women," and it just ruined the place. Fucking sent her sideways. And that was the end of her. Just shut the fuck up. Then it was great.
But that's the funny. Like I love me and my woman. Like we used to go to comedy shows all the time. We don't. There's not as many on lately. But they just you come out of them, hey, and they're unbelievable. You come out of them and you're just like, that was absolutely hilarious. And you don't need drink, like
No.
you don't need drink to go to them. Like I had a couple of pints, like, and I was like, I really didn't need them there.
I tell you, we did a gig in Uri there last weekend. It was like in a community centre, like a fundraise council thing, and it was bring your own beer, right? No word of the legs, most Uri thing ever. Boy in the front row, sitting with a full pint of Guinness in a glass, and like, where the fuck did you get that from? No bar here, no nothing. And he was just like, there's a bar at the top of the road. I've been running up there in between. Bring his own pints down. And then I was in the middle of doing a bit about like bumping into the pedo hunters and stuff like that there, and was talking about some fella that kissed a 16-year-old girl, and some boy just haggled, "Sure, there's nothing wrong with that, lad." I'm going, "Oh, Jesus Christ." Good to be back in Uri. Good to be back, lad.
But if you ever do think about doing stand-up, don't let something like a stutter put you off, because I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can tell. But I'm a bit of a beatboxer myself, so
we would have to put you on 2 different lineups. We'll be there all fucking night. But
it sounds like a really bad rap album. But
I wouldn't do it. You need to do it away from home. I don't think you'd get support around home. You're probably all right.
My first gig was in the Moy, like, and I'd be a Moy lad, like, and it was great, like, you know. There's some gigs down around like Belfast where you would get your first time, like, could be rough, like, but that's what you do. That
you're almost better off going somewhere where no one knows you. That's kind of the better way, I think.
Because then you know, because like whenever I was going up for my first gig, when I was going up on the stage, they were like chanting my name, and I was like, "This is class." And then the first time, like, I gigged in Belfast, I was like, "Why is nobody chanting my name? And why is nobody laughing? Why is nobody laughing at me? Fucking last week everybody's laughing at me." But Sean runs a great comedy club there down in Belfast there, in Madden's Bar, RE Comedy Club. If you ever thinking about it, that message. Good spot. Isn't it, Sean?
It's the best spot. It's the only spot. Last day we had Diona Doherty dropping in and all sorts. All the big timers coming in. Like, it was good crack.
Yeah, it's good.
It is easy to make people laugh. You just have to be witty at it. Like,
you have to like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, you have to almost be a bit arrogant, as in, like, what I'm saying to you is funny. Laugh at me.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, if you don't really believe in what you're saying, the audience will pick it up and go, "Oh, well, fuck." But then you can come across too confident. It's a fucking, you know what? Don't start it. It's fucking nightmare.
Yeah, no, don't. It's shade. It's shade. I don't know why we started.
It's fucking.
Stick to the TikTok. TikToks are friendly. If it dies, you can take it down in a minute. No one notices anything.
So what's the worst bit of abuse you've ever got on TikTok?
Probably there was one video I put up of me and the child. Now, me and my woman sort of said we're not putting photographs up of the child about it, right? And there was one video I put up of me dancing with the child, and the child was only a couple of months old, and somebody commented, "Hope you drop it."
I would have found. Do you know something? I had to find out who that boy was, and I'd murdered him. See, that's why, like, I'll put like pictures of my kids on Instagram, but like TikTok, no, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be able to keep my head. I'd flip. Say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about me. See, my children I'd just be no. Yeah. There would be.
Oh, I lost the rag that night, and I was like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, I just scrapped TikTok, because I was just like, you know what, I couldn't be bothered with that. But that button's handy too, like, you know. Lucky enough, I don't get that much abuse on TikTok, because I've actually filtered comments on, so like keywords and all is filtered, like, so it's sort of handy like that. But that night, I was like, what in the name? What do you do there? Like,
what sort of words do you filter? Like, what are you typing in? Font,
Yeah.
stuff like that. What
no,
keywords do you filter?
it's all like the word fat and everything and all that sort of stuff. Like, I'm actually doing 75 soft at the minute on my TikTok channel. That challenge.
Yeah.
Like,
What is it? Explain that to me, because I've seen you're doing it. What is that
so
stuff?
it's not a competition. It's like a challenge sort of thing. So you have to drink like 4 liters of water a day. You have to do 45 minutes of exercise every day. You have to read a book. Now, I don't read a book because I just can't read like half the time.
45 minutes of TikTok, but we'll
But then, like, I can't read. That's the thing. Not that I can't read. I just couldn't sit down and read. It says read 10 pages of a book in one of them.
Right.
You know what you do there? Watch your favorite TV show, put on subtitles, read the subtitles there. Same thing.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
That's a good one there, now. The other
No,
thing
mate.
is just eating healthy. Like, that's the eating healthy is a big thing. Like, I go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week.
Mhm.
Like, I've lost a bit in the last 10 or 11 weeks. I've probably lost a bit of 1.5 stone, 2 stone. Like.
Flan by.
Class.
You know, it's just eating healthy, but then, you know, that's sweets are my downfall. Like, see, Haribo Kang Fastics.
I.
Just stand clear.
I'm in a bit of a, well, I'm trying to drop a bit of weight myself now because I'm the fucking size of a fucking gable wall, for fuck's sake. But he's just great. They're just gonna put me in the fucking, stop all the illegal. And just go, if you can get past him, you're in. You know what I mean? Get that stage. So, but it is hard. It's the going to the gym and all is no problem. It's the fucking eating's the killer. Like, it's the killer.
I work in a shop. That's my full-time job. Like, I manage a shop. Like, and see, looking at sweets every day, ordering sweets, and I'm going around work every day. It's like, I might get them the night, for a week treat, and then you're spending 15, 16 pounds on the way home sweets. Like, you're like,
M's rookie numbers, Paudie. You need to get 30s. that's how you get to my level, lad. Up them numbers.
You have the excuses though. You should be like, these are for the kids. No intention of having them for the kids.
no,
Not a chance.
But my problem is that I've been spending 30 quid in sweets, Sean, before I had fucking telling. That's the problem. and when they were cheap, the dear fuck now. But it is the healthy eating's thing, and then you'd be flat out like work, and then you come home from work and maybe you have something to do that evening. It's hard to try and eat something decent.
like chips and sausages or chips and goujons a handy dinner. Like, no matter what you're eating, like
Cowboy supper.
You know, I haven't eaten my dinner today. Like, so I'll go home now and it'll be that late in the evening. I'll probably just make goujons and chips. Like, but I can eat them because I have loads of calories left, like, with calorie counting and all that.
See, I tried that calorie counting crack and I come aboard with it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Come aboard.
What do you mean you can't be bothered with?
Can't be bothered.
How do you measure 4 jam bombs from the deli in the morning? You can't.
That's the thing, you know. But I sort of know myself going, right, well, I used to eat this per day.
Nah,
I'm not eating that, so I'm not to think. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
then
I have
it
about
also makes it easier.
2,500 calories a day. That's my baseline.
That's good.
That's mine. I'd say I used to have that per meal. That was me. That was per meal. But no, I just be like, I did try that. What was it? My Fitness Pal or something?
Yeah, that's the one I use. Yeah.
Couldn't be bothered.
Get you to Slimming World, Talal. Just fucking you get you to Slimming World with all the girlies. Fucking,
I would thrive in. No, see, I would thrive in there. You know what I mean?
I think you would. You come out with friendships for life. You and the third three. Fucking 63.
Dearly, 53, 35 stone for the lane.
Has on our Instagram, Gym Bunny. Just fucking.
big equals beautiful.
Yeah. Plus size heart. Fucking. At the end of the podcast, it's all right. No one's tuning in this late. Everyone's fucking way off. You can say what you want now.
What's your type? Type 2 diabetes. You know what I mean? I think here we're nearly at the hour mark here, so we're going to do global news, Sean. To wrap us up.
We'll touch on global news real quick here.
Global news.
Good, healthy habits so far led on the podcast. Our global news is outdoor smoking bans coming to pubs across the UK. Have you seen this news?
Outdoor smoking? No.
So we're going to bring in a ban to like beer gardens, outside the front of pubs and stuff like that, public areas where you're not allowed to be smoking at all anymore. It'll be in like a designated sort of shelter in like different zones and stuff like that.
Great.
Country's copes. No, I don't smoke, but I'm against it.
7 months ago, I'd have been fuming. Nah, I'm not. Nah, I don't.
I've made some friendships in smoke rooms. Like,
I know you want to know something. It is, and like it's where it's where the crack is. Do you know what I mean? You walk into a bar, it might be dead, but the first thing you go, I'll check a smoking area, and it's absolutely round to the teeth. Like, you know, but I do think it's a good thing. I do because only because there's more people, there's more younguns now on them vapes and shit. If younguns were hanging at the edge of a Regal filter like they used to be, I'd have been let the smoking back, But I see you walking into. There's nothing as bad as walking into a bar and seeing like 3 fucking jacked lads or something, and them just hanging on the end of like a strawberry kiwi, going, "Catch that!"
Yeah, he loves me. He just
catch that all.
They're not even inhaling it. They're just. You know,
yeah, it's just there's just something wrong about it. There's just something very wrong about it. But yeah, you're right. Like this smoking areas where you would have went, you know, for the old curtain all too. Like you know what I mean. I've seen lads.
I've gone out to put a woman in a smoke room. That'd be the last place you go.
Hey, I know it's the smokers you want. It's the smokers you want.
Tal's done his best workout in a smoking area. Behind the bushes.
See, you know what I mean? Like I've mates out there, right, who never smoked in their lives when they were out. Used to carry 2 liters because there's always somebody needed their cigarette lit. And what a icebreaker that is. Do you need a light? No problem. There you go. That's it. And that's the.
I tell you how much I hate smoking. I thought about doing that one time, but I hate the smell of it so much. I wouldn't even like. If a real good looking girl come up to me and I did later and she was smoking a cigarette, I wouldn't have bothered. Like that's how off-putting it is for me.
Smoking's horrendous. Like horrendous. It annoys me that I smoke for so long.
I can't smoke. I literally like a cough. I'm asthmatic, like so. It's literally like it's just every morning if I wake up. Like I used to smoke. Yeah, I do smoke when I go out and I'm drunk. But when I'm road off, I'm anyone's man. Like. You know, like you wake up in the morning and literally you're like, you know, it's that bad. But I always get a vape whenever I'm going out. I don't know why. It's just a routine of mine.
No, I don't touch them at all now. I'm on the Nordic Spirits. They're the job.
The
wee things you put up your lip there. They're the job. Like they just took them, instantly stopped the Regals. Don't know something. I was actually gigging with Leanne McCoy, who was on the podcast last week, and we just finished. And I hadn't seen a Regal filter cigarette, and so it's at the end of the gig, and she whipped out a box, and I went, "Are they a Regal filter?" She went, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you want one?" I went, "No, I'm way home." I was like, "Way home." That's what I learned. Straight back on. I was like, "Not way home." Straight out the door. Like, but
they're $17.50. $20 a Regal filter at the moment. $7. Yeah. There's got to be a stage they are £1 a cigarette, and literally you would be charging somebody in a smoke room to get one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, everyone thinks I'm too healthy and clean cut. I'm just too miserable. Like I couldn't part with that money. Like that would sicken me for weeks. Like,
but I remember, like, see, you used to be able to buy 10s. You used to be able to buy them in 10s, and that's when people who bought 10s were like socials who only would have smoked on like a night out, and you smoked your 10, that was it. Then I started doing 20s, and then you're waking up on a Sunday morning, you had cigarettes after, you went, sure, I'll smoke one now. That's essentially what happened to me. Because I wouldn't have smoked like during the week, but I would have smoked when I was out. And next thing I was waking up and I had cigarettes afterwards. I'll smoke one now. Next thing it was 20 a day. But that's how it happens. Like that's
the slippery.
That's how it happens. You know what I mean? That's, like 1 second you're landing a pound off O2 now, then they stop giving you credit. So
and we'll end it there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll end it there. Paudie, thank you very much for coming on the podcast this week. Where can people find you at? What social media platforms are you're at?
TikTok, probably just at Paudie McP. I'm not known as Vitamin Rollia anymore, thank God. So it's just at Paudie McP. And if you meet me out in public, just call me Paudie, please.
Here, Paudie, gentlemen, thanks for coming on there.
We'll definitely have to go for a kickabout someday, Talal, because the thing you kicked in football in that last video there,
yeah, we have a couple of ideas in my head, Paudie. I'll definitely be in touch there. And if you're ever on Warzone there, give me a shout there.
Must add you.
See you in Verdansk, lads. We'll see you all in the next one, Paudie. Thank you very much for coming on. We'll see you all next week. Good luck.
Oh, just let me that clock keeps ticking like a metronome.